Well, greetings. My name is Richard Coekin. I am from South London, and it is my great joy to be here at Grace Point Church, Waiyaki Way. We've been praying for this church for many years, and it is such a joy to be here and to see what God has been doing amongst you. What a wonderful church this is. And Pastor Peter, we know very well. He is very highly regarded in London. We had the opportunity today to think about changing our minds when we're confronted with evidence. And we looked at the description in John 20 of Thomas, often known as Doubting Thomas, who didn't want to believe that Jesus was alive from the dead until he saw the evidence. And we learned that the evidence was overwhelming because if you read the chapters around, you discover that Jesus was definitely dead because he was crucified and then speared in the side just to make sure. And the blood and water came out separately, showing that he's dead. And then the governor checked he was dead. The executioners checked he was dead. And then his friends buried him. He was clearly dead. And the idea that he just swooned and then just sort of 2 days later, without any hospital care, sort of jumped out of his cloths and kicked down the stone and overpowered the guard and ran off absolutely fine is a ridiculous idea. He was definitely dead. Then we saw that secondly, he was definitely gone. The tomb was empty. There was a guard posted. And the idea that somebody stole the body, that they managed to get past the guards, break open the stone tomb, and then stop to unwrap the body, leave the valuable cloths behind, and then run off with a naked body that's already dead is a ridiculous idea. It didn't happen. He was definitely gone. And thirdly, he was definitely seen over a whole month by small crowds of people, as well as hundreds of people, for long conversations and for meals. It was not a brief glimpse. He came and went, he ate with people, a wonderful time, proving that he was around. And so the disciples had all met with Jesus alive, but Thomas was not there. And so Thomas was in the same situation as we are. He was having to trust what the disciples said because he wasn't there, he missed it. And maybe they were annoying because they were so enthusiastic, but he was saying, I'm not going to believe it. He's saying, I'm not going to be taken in by you all. You're all having me on. It's all nonsense. And then amazingly, of course, Jesus turned up and he had heard everything that Thomas had said. And so Thomas was confronted with the truth that everything that the apostles had said was true. And it's so helpful for us living now because we weren't there. It's such a confirmation for us. Everything the disciples have said is true. And so he finally admitted it. And he said, behold, my Lord and my God. He recognized that if Jesus was alive from the dead, he's not just a great prophet. He's not just a great healer. He is the Lord and the living God in flesh. And so we need to see the same. We need to recognize, like Thomas, we need to stop doubting and believe. We need to recognize that Jesus is risen from the dead, which means that he is forever the King. He's forever the mediating high priest. He is forever the righteousness that qualifies us for heaven. And if we'll turn to him, we are safe forevermore with him. And it means that he is in control of our lives. It's not our ancestors. It's not local witch doctors. It's not demons. When we turn to Jesus, he is the King. He alone is the King. And we are safe in his hands forevermore. So whoever is listening, if you're already a Christian, can I encourage you to celebrate and tell other people about the risen Jesus, because they may not know much about the evidence that is overwhelming. And perhaps if we're listening and we're a bit skeptical ourselves, can I encourage you, read John's Gospel, read the account of Thomas, and when you hear the overwhelming evidence, stop doubting and believe. Jesus is risen from the dead. Hallelujah.